And we are live. It's regional final game day for your Lakota West Firebirds, back once again at Pat Mancuso Field from Jake Sweeney Automotive Stadium in Princeton, Ohio. And they are playing a team tonight that they are very familiar with. Their name well known around the streets of Westchester. It is the Mueller Crusaders, who march in as the #1 seed in the region, looking to knock off these Lakota West Firebirds once again. These Lakota West Firebirds, however, are one game away. The winner going to state semifinals next week in Piqua. Of course, these Lakota West Firebirds looking to make history, and that all starts here tonight. We're in for a good one. Your Lakota West Firebirds, a #3 seed, of course, going up against a 1 seed. Anytime you have a high-seeded matchup, it is sure to be a fun one, and we've got all the coverage for you here tonight up in the booth. As always, Nick Johnson and Grant Hageman bringing you the play-by-play coverage of tonight's ball game, of course, on radio due to OHSAA regulations, but we are here nonetheless, and Grant, this should be a very entertaining game.
This is definitely your game of the year. This is what everyone's been waiting for all year. Mueller and West have been on a crash course since the first day that this season started. And so here we are. We've arrived. You know, a lot could happen. A lot could go either way for either team. What will really happen is just which team comes on top in the run game, I believe. Jordan Marshall is a big piece of that Mueller's offense, and honestly probably the biggest piece. If we can stop Jordan Marshall, I think Lakota West has a path to victory very clearly. If we don't, I think Mueller has a very visible path to victory as well.
So when it comes to stopping that guy, number 24 in the blue and yellow, Jordan Marshall, how do you think Lakota West is going to adjust? What is that scheme they're going to come out and start with looking to stop Marshall?
To stop Marshall, you've got to get your linebackers in play. Those big linebackers, Michael Brandkamp, Jacob Asbeck, everyone in between, there's what's going to take this team and is going to decide this game. I mean, sure, it's a team game and all that, but those linebackers are who account for the running back, and obviously we all know who they're looking at every time that play lines up.
So as far as this Lakota West offense goes, a lot more versatile than one more player. You got Mitch Bolden, and of course you have that running game as well. That receiver core continues to dominate. Who do you think we're going to see the most of here tonight from Pat Mancuso Field on that offensive side of the ball?
Is it really a question at this point? It's got to be Mitch Bolden. 35 touchdowns in the regular season. That is utterly ridiculous. Throwing and running, doesn't matter how you call it, but basically you're not going to stop him. They're going to try, and so I think this will really come down to who performs better tonight, Mitch Bolden or Jordan Marshall.
So I got to ask you, before we get into the game, obviously we know what Mueller's looking like. We know what Lakota West is looking like. What do we think are those final score predictions for the outcome of tonight's ball game?
I mean, you're asking a West student who's going to win and on the Lakota West High School student broadcast. I mean, is there really a question here for me? I'm going with Lakota West easily. I mean, it'll be a tough game. I'm thinking 21-26 West. What are you thinking, Nick?
I'm thinking it'll be in the 20s. We saw some people on Twitter saying the over-under around the 50 and a half mark. I don't think we're quite going to see the over hit on that. It is going to be a very defensive ball game. Like you said, Jordan Marshall is the Mueller game plan. You know they're going to get the ball in his hands. We might not see 10 passes all night from that Mueller Crusaders offense. So I think if they can stop the run primarily outside the tackles, that will be a key to victory for Lakota West. You slow him down, you slow down Mueller. And that offense, they can compete with any defense in this state as long as they continue to stay explosive and versatile as they have just about anything. I'd once again be looking around the 20s. I don't really have a specific score, but I'm going to go ahead and give Lakota West a victory on this one. We are moments away from kickoff, under 8.5 minutes on the scoreboard. We're going to take a quick step aside, but we've got plenty of more action on the way. The potential game of the year from Pat Mancuso Field here in Princeton. Be sure to stick with us. Kickoff on the way. And we are back from Princeton. Your Lakota West Firebirds about to get this one underway. Once again, they are taking on the Mueller Crusaders. It is a 1-seed v 3-seed battle. Once again, Lakota West returning to Princeton, their third game from the home of the Vikings. Of course, last week, taking down the Elder Panthers 30-10 up I-75. And here they come out ready. This ball about to be kicked off and away. A few weeks ago, when Lakota West was playing Princeton at Lakota West in the playoffs, we were talking about how unusually warm that game was for the time of year. This week, not so much. It is quite the opposite. We were talking earlier before the game, the feel-like temperature around 20 degrees up here in Princeton. It is a cold one. Obviously, the cold, the warm, whatever temperature it is, weather affects the game heavily. Obviously, those hands a little cold might make catching the football a little bit harder, but we are getting lined up for the kickoff. It'll be Lakota West back deep to receive. Trent Lloyd and Giovanni Wilson, the two men back deep, and we are off. Game of the year, Friday night Firebirds football. Kick taken by Trent Lloyd, crosses the 20, gets to about the 25-yard line before being broken up by a bunch of Moeller defenders. So you'll see Lakota West from the 25, 1st and 10, led by senior quarterback number 7 in red and white, Mitch Bolden, making his return to the field. He's led Lakota West for the past few years now under the Coach Tom Bolden regime. Of course, father and son on that duo. And this duo has been a very successful one at that. This is their second year in a row making it to the regional finals, and their second year in a row taking on these Moeller Crusaders. See Lakota West taking their time getting all set for the first play of the game. As of right now, it'll be 5 wide. The set for Lakota West. Bolden, the only man in the backfield, out in shotgun. Bolden. Claps. Shotgun snap. Under pressure, and he will be sacked back at the 20-yard line by Mueller. That was number 11, Rashad Glenn, getting back there for the 5-yard sack on Mitch Bolden. Rashad Glenn, one of those top Mueller defenders of that linebacker core, and able to wreak some havoc there. That offensive line not off to the greatest of starts. They're now working with about a 2nd and 13. They're going to spot it at the 22 of Firebird territory. Now 4 wide, Bolden with the back to his left. Ben Minnick in motion, cutting left. That'll be a handoff to the Notre Dame commit, and he will be blown up back at the 15-yard line. Another loss of yards for these Firebirds, and it will be 3rd and about a country mile now for these Firebirds, struggling to fend off this Crusaders defense. Now about a minute taken off the clock already. Lakota West moving nowhere but back into their own territory. That ball spotted around the 16.5, 17-yard line for a 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 19. Bolden will return to the shotgun as a back out to his right, and that's Junior Gonzalez. Trent Lloyd in motion. He'll run out now wide to Bolden's right. Bolden, shotgun, under pressure. He's going to move up in the pocket. He takes off with it now across the 20, the 25, moving to the 30, makes a dive, nearly has the 1st down, but he will be tripped up shy of the 35-yard line where the line to gain currently stands, and it looks like we'll see the punt team run out for Lakota West, a 3-and-out to start tonight's ball game. We will see the punter. It is Ben Minnick returning to the punter position for the first time in a few weeks, of course, dealing with that ankle injury. He wasn't really affected by it over the past few weeks, but they did keep him out of the punt game. So this is his first night back on special teams. The snap to Minnick. It is a booming punt over the 50-yard line. Takes a bounce around the 40. Friendly fired bird bounce towards the 25-yard line to the 24. And it will stop at the Moeller 24-yard line. They get the ball in a moment. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Lakota West Regional Final Football after this. And we are back once again from Princeton. Mueller with their first offensive possession of the ball game. That'll be quarterback number 16, Luke Dunn, takes a snap, handoff to Jordan Marshall, hit at the 20. He stays on his feet before being wrapped up. Mike Brandkamp and Micah Markley. And on the tackle for a loss on Jordan Marshall, number 24 back there in blue and yellow. It'll be a loss of about a half a yard on first down. The Crusaders also moving backward. Not great offensive luck for either of these ball clubs to get started. It'll be Luke Dunn out of the backfield. He does have Jordan Marshall behind him. The tight end in motion out to the right. Lakota West bringing their defense front. Marshall pushes through the tackles, makes a dive for the 30-yard line before being brought down. And we will see a 3rd and 3 on the way after the Jordan Marshall carry up the middle.
So far, it's exactly what we've been talking about. They need to restrain Jordan Marshall, and he hasn't been.
Hurry up, snap to Marshall. Blown up at the line of scrimmage. There is a flag down. But if the play stands, it will be a 3-and-out for Moeller.
This is exactly what was needed. I mean, while I said a second ago Marshall was pushing, right when they needed it most, they were able to do it, and they finally stopped Marshall. Flag is against Lakota West, though.
It will be a sideline warning, so I do not believe it will have an effect on the field.
Looks like they're saying Coach Bolden came off his sideline. He's a little unhappy about that.
It will be 4th and 1. Moeller is sticking their offensive unit out on the field. It looks like the punt team ready to run off the sideline. And they will indeed elect to punt this one away from 4th and 1, just up past their own 30. We see Elijah Davis, Kofi Bobie, and a couple of the other defensive Firebirds sprinting their way onto the sideline. Moeller catching everybody off guard, bringing on that punt team. But with just over 8 minutes to play in the first quarter, Moeller ready to boot this one away. Back-to-back 3-and-outs to start. Snap taken. High kick taken by Brendan Remy at the Firebirds' 40-yard line. Makes a push for the 45. Lots of Moeller defenders able to wrap him up. He'll have it at about the own 43 for the Firebirds. We'll once again take a quick step aside. We'll be right back. Around 8 minutes in the quarter, still scoreless. And we are back. Lakota West getting ready for their second offensive drive. We'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 43. Shotgun snap taken by Bolden. Looks to run it. Keeps it up the middle to the 45-yard line before being brought down. A short gain of 2 on the carry for Lakota West.
Tackle was made by number 88, Wolf, and number 5, Marshall.
See a couple Moeller Crusaders in on the tackle there. Mitch Bolden with his first carry of the ball game, coming off of that huge rush that nearly got him the first down on the last time out. 4 wide for Lakota West now, 2 to each side. Bolden with a back, that's Junior Gonzalez to his left. Shotgun snap, has time to throw. Bolden evades pressure, rolls to his right. From the 40, gets it away to Trent Lloyd, who is brought down around the 50-yard line. It is incomplete. Lakota West looking for that holding or pass interference penalty. They will not get it, so we will be looking at about a 3rd and 7 upcoming for Lakota West. Moeller threatening to force them 3-and-out. Back-to-back times out in this ball game. Bolden getting set. It'll be 3 wide receivers out to Bolden's left. Trent Lloyd, the solo man, out wide right. Gonzalez in the backfield as well. Snap taken. Play action. Bolden, time to throw. Throws across the middle to Brennan Remy. It is, they're going to say incomplete. It looked like Moeller might have had the pick there. Of course, the fans on this side of the field, the Moeller side, want that to be called a turnover. It will be ruled incomplete. There is no replay here, so we will see 4th and 7, the punt unit right back out. We knew it was going to be a defensive ball game, but we have seen nothing but 3-and-outs from either side of this field. Ben Minnick once again returning out back, the punt man for Lakota West. Minnick claps. Snap, the punt is up and away. Inside the 20, fair caught around the 11.5-yard line by Moeller. Conlon Daniel on that return So Mueller will have it at their own 7-yard line. We're going to take another quick step away. Lakota West on defense once again in a few. And we are back once again. Lakota West taking on Mueller, still scoreless. 7 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Of course, on the first offensive drive for Mueller, 3 rushes with Jordan Marshall, 9-yard gain, no first down. They ended on 4th and 1. We see them here from the 12, 1st and 10. Dunn in the backfield, takes a snap. It will be a handoff. Jordan Marshall running to the right, and he'll be blown up about 2 or 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. Looks like they'll spot it around the 15-yard line. So Jordan Marshall, call it 3 on the carry there, and we'll see about a 2nd and 7 on the way.
Right now, so far, this game has been a defensive shutout. That under on that 50 overall score looks really nice right now, Nick.
Yeah, I predicted the under. I didn't think it would be this under, or at least what we're on pace to see here. We once again see Dunn in the backfield, Marshall behind him. Tight end moving over to the right. Snap. Handoff to Marshall. Runs it between the tackles up the middle. Gets right about to the line to gain. We'll see if they end up giving him the first, but it will be very close. And the chains do start to move just up past the 20 now in Mueller territory.
Marshall on that last play is just moving and grooving through the line. He's really showing why he's one of the best running backs in the nation with his ability to just snake through those blockers and really see the field before the field fully develops.
You also see our first down of the ball game. See 2 receivers wide to the left. Quarterback in there, Tanner Coe. Looks like some kind of wildcat formation. Snap taken, it's a pitch to Jordan Marshall. Running to the right side, has room on the sideline. Up across the 30, and he will be out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the line to gain around the 34-yard line of Crusaders territory.
Jordan Marshall is moving ferociously right now, and that's something pretty scary. He's getting off and he's getting to move, and that's something you never want to see because as soon as he gets moving, this team could get into a scary spot.
So we see them spot it exactly a yard shy of the line to gain. We'll see a 2nd and 1 here, now under 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Marshall once again in the backfield, snap taken, handoff, and it's fumbled! Jordan Marshall dropping that snap. It'll be a loss of 2. We're now looking at a 3rd and 3. Tanner Coe remains the man out at quarterback on that one. Got to wonder if that was on the running back there or the quarterback on that botched handoff.
Hard to say who was on just off seeing it with our eyes right there for a quick second, but one thing to note is Jordan Marshall, while he is electric, has struggled with fumbles. That game they played against Lakewood St. Elder, Moeller's only loss on the season, they lost because he fumbled it on the 1-yard line. So we'll see if that's a story going forward tonight.
Coe and Marshall in the backfield. Marshall be back out to Coe's left. It is a pitch back, and we see Marshall run it to the left. He's got the first, breaks free across the 50 into Firebirds territory. Swerves Malik Hartford into the 30, the 20, the 15, inside the 10, the 5, and brought down at the 4-yard line of Firebirds territory, flipping field possession early for the Crusaders.
That hurt. That hurt, Nick. I don't know what to say. Jordan Marshall just shocked this Lakota West Firebird defense. This is exactly what we talked about. If he gets off, I think this game runs away.
We'll see him line up here. First and goal to go from the 4-yard line. We will see not Jordan Marshall in the backfield. It'll be Alec Weeder. Will still be a handoff up the middle. Weeder gets close to the goal line. No touchdown. Gets about 2 yards on the carry. We'll see about a 2nd and 2 on the way to the goal line.
If Marshall comes back on this field, I feel like a 6 is about to be hung, Nick.
He's a very powerful running back when it comes to stopping him in short yardage situations. You can almost guarantee him at least a yard or 2 on every carry. So it is a very scary situation. We will not see him out here. It'll be handoff. It's Weeder up the middle, and that's Mueller 6. Touchdown for the Crusaders. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. We'll start it out here 6-0 over the Lakota West Firebirds. So the PAT unit trot out on for Mueller. They did strike first. That was one of the things I was thinking about. You do not want this Mueller team up early. Of course, last week against Mason, 21-0. That was practically 14-0 at the kickoff there. Of course, Mason did come back to a 1-possession game. PAT is up, and it is good for Mueller. 7-0 the score here from Princeton. Your Lakota West Firebirds on the trail here early. Just over 4 minutes in the quarter. We'll be right back. Back after the big Mueller touchdown, 7-0 our score. Just over 4 minutes remain in quarter number 1. Ball teed up on the 40, Lakota West to receive, looking for their first down of the ball game. The kickoff up and away. Trent Lloyd takes it at the 1-yard line. He takes it out, crosses the 10 to the 15, finds a hole on that west sideline, across the 30, makes a push for the 35, out of bounds at the 33. There is a late flag thrown, most likely a late hit on Mueller.
Gotta be an unnecessary roughness on Mueller. You could be looking at West starting on the 40-yard line of Mueller territory, possibly, depending on where they place this foul. And all I know is West needs some momentum right here and right now.
If he was out of bounds at the 33, that is a 15-yard penalty, very close to midfield, if it is indeed unnecessary roughness on the Crusaders. We see the refs conferring here. They still have to announce the penalty.
Holding, well, illegal block in the back. Holding and illegal block in the back, it looks like. So we're going back quite a few yards, and Lakota West is going to be starting around the 25.
So not exactly close to midfield. In fact, quite the opposite. But Lakota West needs to get these chains moving either way. So, I mean, we'll see if they can do it regardless. The first down spotted about the 35-yard line. The ball on the 25 of Firebirds territory. You see 1st and 10 here. It'll be Giovanni Wilson will be the back out to Bolden's left in the shotgun. Takes a snap. It'll be handoff to Wilson. Spins through a tackler. Gets about 3 yards before being brought down. There is another late flag thrown down in the backfield.
Wilson. There is a flag on the play.
We'll see what the call on the penalty is. Was a very late flag. You got to hope it wasn't a Lakota West holding. And it'll be a face mask. That one moving against Mueller. So the personal foul moves Lakota West up regardless. So we go back and forth there. One on West, one on Mueller. It kind of evens out in the end. So Lakota West taking a march towards that Viking logo at midfield.
That was really much needed for this Lakota West offense right here. After a big setback on the kickball, some momentum was really required, and so they get it there.
Technically, that automatic first down, the first down on the day for the Firebirds. They currently sit at their own 44. Bolden in shotgun, back to his right. Snap taken. It is Trent Lloyd. It is a fake handoff. Bolden keeps it. He'll be blown up at the line of scrimmage by number 4, Thomas Steins, the defensive back for Mueller.
Right there. team, Moeller, loads up in a 4-3 over defense, meaning they're bringing those linebackers down on the left side of the line. And so Bolden reads that he doesn't need to hand it off to Trent Lloyd, who's running to the left because he's running to those linebackers, but it just wasn't enough, and Bolden gets chewed up anyway.
See Trent Lloyd move from the backfield out wide to Bolden's right. We see 3 wide, all of which to Bolden's right side. Luca Gilbert, the sophomore tight end, motioning now off to the left side. Snap taken by Bolden. He'll keep it, run to the left. Gets a few, makes a push for the 50, where he'll be brought down just at that midfield mark. We're looking at about a 3rd and 5 from midfield on the way for these Firebirds.
This is a big down of the game. You can't get down 2 scores in a run-heavy team, because when you're working behind against a run-heavy team, they can just control the clock on you. You need to keep this game close, and you need to force them in a spot where they are behind, because a run team cannot keep up with a passing team.
2:30 remain on the clock in the first quarter. Mueller still leading 7-0. We'll call it 3rd and 4. Bolden in shotgun, 4 wide. Snap taken, looking to throw. Finds Trent Lloyd at the line to gain. It looks like he is just about a half a yard short. It is a catch, and it doesn't look like it'll be a Lakota West first down. But the chains do start to move. They're going to say he reached that ball. That'll be a 1st and 10 for our Firebirds.
Hey, no questions asked, Nick. No questions asked. He looked about 2 inches short, but you know, refs got the better angle, Nick.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, he was 2 inches. He was 2 inches past.
Trent Lloyd in motion. It'll be the jet sweep handoff. Run to the right. Across the 45, making a push for the Mueller 40. Brought down around the 41. And it looks
that's
like
a lot of flags,
yeah,
Nick.
there's a lot of contact there. Looked like Brendan Remy just getting wrapped up by a Mueller defender yards away from the football. You got to think, I mean, it comes down to who initiated that, but West seems to think that was Mueller that initiated that.
Oh, yeah, we were looking at the play. We saw them go down at the line of scrimmage. We're like, okay, solid run. And we look downfield, and there's a Mueller and a West player just grappling and throwing each other around.
Looked like Brendan Remy thrown down, what was it, 20 yards north of the ball?
Oh, yeah, it looked like there was just a UFC match in the corner of the field.
Personal foul, it will be called on Mueller, and it will be offsetting.
They said both sides had the personal foul. And let's say, Nick, we knew this game was going to be like this, especially because Moeller players even weeks ago were showing up to where West players were at restaurants, and they were just showing up and taunting West players. The trash talk, we knew it was going to happen, and so this play, it's going to be electric all night. Players are going to be fired up, emotions are going to be wild. There's going to be a lot of physicality in this game.
Can't name names, but we were definitely there for it. They were not too happy about it. You'll see Bolden return to shotgun. Gonzalez the back to his right. Bolden, shotgun snap, throws for Giovanni Wilson, dropped at the 31-yard line, incomplete. We will see a 3rd down for the Firebirds, 3rd and 5, 1:40 to play.
Right there, they were just in man defense with a too high shell, and Giovanni beat his man, and he was up in the middle of the field too high. The middle of the field's open, so Giovanni escapes in between the safeties, and he just drops it. Bolden finds him wide open. That's something you can't have. It's reminded me immediately of last year with the reason we lost to Mueller. There's a couple drops in that game.
Maybe it's that cold weather a contributing factor, but whatever it was, a big blow to this West offense. Now 4 wide. Bolden, shotgun, looks to throw, finds Giovanni Wilson, caught north of the 1st down, and they will signal it complete. The chains start to move. Lakota West now situated at the Mueller 33 as this offensive drive continues to move in favor of red and white.
What happened right there, that was exactly what you need. You need to throw it at the guy who just dropped it. Why? Confidence. You don't want him out of this game already mentally. Proved his worth right there.
4 wide, Bolden shotgun, Trent Lloyd, jet sweep, handoff ran to the right, flag down in the backfield. He gets to about the 32-yard line. We'll see who that one gets called on.
Lloyd hurdled the guy on that play. He just jumped right over the man as soon as he jumped over and flags came in. Not sure what they're going to say, though, here. Looks like they might be saying hold. We'll see.
No matter who it's on, you got to think there's a lot of laundry going on in this ball game.
It appears also in high school. We were just reminded that in high school you are not allowed to hurdle a kid. And that's exactly what they're calling it. Just for the safety of the players, they do not want you jumping over another player.
They also called a chop block on that play, so multiple penalties on the play for Lakota West. It is still 1st down, but they move back quite a bit on that one to the 49-yard line of Crusaders territory. The distance that they have to go to that line again, 1st and 25 will be on the way.
When Trent Lloyd perfectly hurdles a man that beautifully, how are you going to call a foul?
It's a hard one to call. We'll see Bolden in shotgun, 4 wide again. Back to his left, snap taken. Bolden with a little bit of time, steps up in the pocket, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Late flag thrown again in the secondary.
Once again, Brennan Remy was just thrown to the ground by the Moeller cornerback. This has got to be defensive holding. Refs conferring.
Yeah, once again, that was like 10 yards downfield. You knew it was going to be scrappy, but this is just another level.
It's just that cornerback and Brennan Remy are just fighting out there. Not currently, but every play, it seems. I forgot for a second this is radio.
Yes.
Refs still conferring.
We see the personal foul, and it moves on Mueller. Lakota West taking another match forward. So it continues to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back in both directions.
These Moeller fans are unhappy, but when you've got your guy throwing the receiver down in the middle of the play, it's just a blatant foul. I don't know what there is to argue there. He's being thrown around.
From the Mueller 39-yard line, 1st down once again, this time 1st and 15. Bolden in shotgun, 4 wide. Junior Gonzalez, the back in the backfield to his left. Snap taken. Bolden to throw, under pressure, fires across the middle to Trent Lloyd at the 29-yard line. Not quite to the 1st down, but they get about a little over half of the chains there. 4 yards to the line to gain, currently placed at the 24-yard line of Crusaders territory.
West needs to score here. For this long of a drive, they've got to punch it in and really make sure that they don't fall behind. Because you're eating up so much time that if you don't score here, you're hurting yourself.
We are nearing the end of the quarter. We'll see if West decides to take one more play. Under 3 seconds. Snap taken by Bolden right before the whistle. Under pressure and shotgun, time to throw, evades, but he is brought down to about the 32-yard line. We'll be looking at a 3rd and about 7, but we will take a quick step aside. We got to flip sides of the field. The 2nd quarter on the way. Mueller currently out in front of the Firebirds, 7-0. Lakota West looking to put their first points up when we return. And we are back from Princeton, 7-0 Moeller, still our score. But Lakota West with their first true offensive drive here. They've been moving the chains all drive long. A lot of that due to the poor discipline from both sides. These penalties, they continue to go back and forth, but especially that physicality, the late hits and unnecessary roughness, really something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, this game's going to get rough and scrappy. Sure, these people on paper are not rivals, but in everyone's heart they are. Ever since last year's regional final loss, both teams are hungry. There's been trash talk all year. This is the game everyone's been waiting for, and these players are very passionate.
So you see here, fresh 12 minutes, 3rd and 8 for the Firebirds. They're currently working from the Crusaders' 33-yard line. Just a few more yards to Tyler Bond territory here at worst case scenario. See Mitch Bolden drop back in the backfield. Claps his hands, shotgun snap. Looks to his right. Fires for Giovanni Wilson.
Caught!
Caught at the 16-yard line. That's a Firebirds first down.
That is the catch of the year right there. That was needed. A big play, out route. Bolden saw man coverage with the cornerback shaded to the inside of the field. But now,
there
flags
is
are
a
coming
flag.
out on Mueller. Get a little bit too rowdy again. So we're keeping on moving. West is going.
Grant, I need a defibrillator. This game is messing with my heart rate now.
Oh, here we go. Inside the 10 now, aren't we?
Oh, boy. Yeah, from the 8-yard line is where they're going to spot that football. Lakota West keeping these fans alive and energetic in that red-out student section.
For all of our radio viewers, please note that is not going to be the last time we scream tonight. Plan accordingly.
We'll see Bolden turn to shotgun. 3 receivers wide to the left. Luca Gilbert motioning to the right. Snap taken. Bolden looks to fire. Finds Trent Lloyd inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Brought down. It'll be second and about 3 to go to the goal line for Lakota West.
Lakota West needs to punch this one in. Talked about it this whole drive that this needs to be a touchdown, and they have the opportunity to punch that in. They need to execute and fulfill their plan.
Already 30 seconds taken off the clock here in quarter number 2. A big drive for Lakota West. It's a combination of luck and skill here on the offensive side of the ball that's kept them moving all night.
Was there a foul? Illegal shift. And so they're moving that ball backwards, and West is now outside the 10.
It will still be a first down. This one looks to be about the 14-yard line is where they're going to be. So it'll be first, and they move it up a yard more, so it'll be first and 13, but it will be goal. Same formation for West. Bolden and shotgun, 3 receivers out wide, including one Giovanni Wilson. Trent Lloyd in motion, jet motion across the right. Oh, Luca Gilbert, the sophomore tight end, with his first touchdown reception, the biggest one of the year. We are a PAT away from a brand new ball game.
And we're moving, Nick. Luca Gilbert, what a time to have your first ever touchdown, man. He broke into that stat book in Middletown with 2 receptions there, and he broke in tonight in another stat book. First postseason and first regular season touchdown ever in high school football, and here's Tyler Bond out to kick.
The southpaw kicker. He's been consistent all year long. This one, the biggest PAT we've seen from him this year. Aaron Peters on the hold. Snap's good, hold is good, kick is up, line drive, splits the upright, 7-7, our brand new score from Princeton here at Pat Mancuso Field. Less than a minute off the clock in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break, take a quick breather, and we'll be right back in a few moments. Back from Princeton after the Lakota West touchdown. Mitch Bolden to Luca Gilbert on the touchdown receptions, 13 yards out of the end zone. We are at a brand new 7-7 ball game, 11:09 remain on the clock in the second quarter. We will see Mueller and Jordan Marshall get this ball back. Last time out, they did take a 7-0 lead off of a touchdown up the middle. We'll see that kick out the back of the end zone for Tyler Bond, and Mueller will take it from their own 20.
They need to ice Jordan Marshall. They cannot let him continue to run this ball all over Lakota West. This is a drive where they need to prove that they can stop the run, because right now West has 2 game plans. West is able to throw it and run it. Mueller is not a proven pass game plan team. They're not there for that. If you can shut down the run, this is a very good outcome for West.
Of course, Jordan Marshall was on the sideline for that lengthy Lakota West offensive drive. He is back out. You got to wonder if that ices him a little bit from staying hot. We'll see him back here in the backfield behind the quarterback. Takes a snap, running to the right. Lots of speed from Lakota West looking to make that tackle. The first down was at the 30. Looks like he got about 8 of it along that Mueller sideline.
What did I say? You need to stop Jordan Marshall. One thing that's a crazy stat about Jordan Marshall is he averaged 8.1 yards per carry in the regular season. That is absolutely, utterly insane. That is practically a first down every time he touched the ball. And he had 34 touchdowns, 29 rushing, 4 receiving. I mean, the guy is just off the charts. You need to stop him before he gets started.
Do see Tanner Coe back out at that quarterback spot. Jordan Marshall now going out wide. It is 5 wide for Mueller. Snap taken by Coe. In the backfield, looks to throw, fires for Marshall. Downfield, it is caught at the 40-yard line of the Firebirds. Brought down at the 31 in West Territory. Another big Mueller first down.
I mean, you got to watch Marshall. Every play is going to Marshall. Running, receiving, it's going to him. West needs to lock in right now and just focus on him. Every play practically this whole game he's had the ball. And so sure they're passing it, but guess what they're throwing to? They're throwing it to Marshall. You got to just watch him. You got to lock down on him. You can't leave him away and let a linebacker have to try keeping up with him on a receiving route down the wheel, on the wheel route.
Weeder in at halfback, gets a run up the middle, gets about 2 before being wrapped up by multiple Firebirds. Looking at about a 2nd and 8 from the 28 of Lakota West Territory, now under 10 minutes in the second quarter.
You know, Lakota West history recently, this place is the field where GCL South teams come to die to Lakota West. Last year, St. X, this year, Elder. It's got to feel like a second home field advantage for West. So they've really got to lock in and take advantage of that.
We'll see Weeder return as the running back, and the backfield to Coe's right. 2 receivers out wide to the left. Handoff, Weeder up the middle. Read well by West. Weeder does make a push to about the 23-yard line, about 3 yards shy of the first down. We'll look at about a 3rd and 3 on the way. Mueller nearly at that Lakota West 20.
3rd down, massive. You know who the ball's going to, Nick?
I would have to think one Jordan Marshall.
That's a weird guess. Why would you think that? Yeah, of course. We all know where this ball is going. Jordan Marshall is getting this ball. Quickly, there is an official timeout, so that is why this is going to take a while for this play to start, though. But official timeout ends now. There was a player needing to tie a shoe, but West needs to make the stop right here. You know who's getting the ball. You know for a fact who is getting the ball. You just got to watch, and you've got to lock in.
We'll see Mueller getting set. They're out in all black tonight. An interesting uniform combination for the Crusaders. Jordan Marshall, wouldn't you know it, back out on the field for this play to Coe's left in the backfield. 3rd and 3, snap taken, pitch back finds Marshall. Marshall with the first, inside the 20, makes a push inside the 10 and the 5. Dives for the 4-yard line, and that'll be a 1st and goal now for Mueller. Around 8.5 minutes, they now have another goal to go situation.
What did I say, Nick? Who's getting the ball? Why do we not have 11 players on the field guarding Jordan Marshall? Mueller does not have another single fully proven player on their offense. They've got some great guys, but Marshall gets the ball all day, every single game. They've got to lock in on this kid. They can't keep letting him run free.
West needs a turnover to prevent a score here. Handoff, Marshall up the middle, makes a push for the goal line. Did he get it? It looks like he was about a yard shy, and indeed he will be. See that ball spotted on the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for Mueller. Now about 8 minutes remaining in the quarter. Mueller quick to line up here. Marshall in the backfield takes the handoff. Blown up behind the line of scrimmage, staying on his feet. And Marshall has got the Mueller touchdown.
What just happened? Marshall was wrapped up around the neck, around the shoulders. He was thrown, and he landed on his feet and kept running.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, very tough play there. Jordan Marshall, a tough one to bring down. We now see 13-7 the score here before the PAT. Another left-footed kicker here for Mueller. Snap, kick, it is up, and it is good. 14-7 our score. Now under 8 minutes in the second quarter. Lakota West looking to drive right back at them when we return. 14-7 Mueller now our score here from Princeton. Lakota West giving up another touchdown to Jordan Marshall. Able to run that one in on the left side as Lakota West now gets set for the kickoff. Their last time out, we did see an incredible touchdown finding the sophomore tight end Luca Gilbert to put up the first points of the day for Lakota West. They look to repeat that drive here and bring it right back to a tie ball game against these Crusaders.
Is this the first time Lakota West has been down outside the first? No, besides St. X and Fairfield. Definitely first time in the postseason Lakota West has trailed.
Swing of the leg, and we are up and away here from Princeton. Kickoff received at about the 10-yard line by Trent Lloyd, moving out to the right and blown up by the Moeller special teams unit around the 15-yard line.
Lakota West needs to unhitch. Release the trailer. Just go. You can't keep playing like this. Right now you're trailing, and Jordan Marshall is playing like Derrick Henry. He's playing like Saquon Barkley. The guy is playing like an NFL star. We wrapped him up by the neck and the shoulders and threw him, and he landed on his feet and got a touchdown. What does this team need to do, and they need to change fast.
This West offense, they've been powerful all night tonight too, especially that pass game with Mitch Bolden. The thing is, you got to give him time. If he has time in the pocket, we've seen what he's capable of. You see Bolden, the return to shotgun here for this drive. Trent Lloyd in motion, gets a jet sweep, runs it to the west sideline on the right side, gets about 4 yards out of it before being wrapped up by the knees.
I'm going to add something to Mitch Bolden's resume. He's a dual threat right now as a quarterback. I'm calling him a triple threat. I saw that pancake Mitch. He ran right at that linebacker, took him on head-to-head, you know. Got the block, got the run, 4-yard run.
We'll see West now from the 21. That is officially a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 on the way. Mitch Bolden returning in the backfield where he's been pretty much all year. 2 receivers out wide to Bolden's left, 1 out wide to the right. Trent Lloyd in motion, cutting across, fakes the jet sweep. Bolden, keeper, up the middle, making a push for the 25-yard line. He'll be brought down around the 24. We're looking at about a 3rd and 4 to the first down, under 7 minutes to play in the second quarter.
I know I said this last drive that a touchdown's needed here, but it is once again needed because there's too much time for Jordan Marshall right now. Right now, West just needs to lock in. This Moeller crowd is trying to scream, disrupt the snap count, get something thrown off, get an offsides, get a false start. But West needs to trust each other, lock in, get those inaudible snap counts in, get those deaf snap counts in, and just go. West needs to lock in and get this first.
4 wide. Gonzalez to Bolden's left in the backfield. Mitch looks to throw, downfield, well over the head of Trent Lloyd on the west sideline.
That's got to be miscommunication there. What else could be happening there? Receiver ran a corner route, and Mitch threw a go route. Ball just flew maybe 15 yards over Trent's head. Don't know whose miscommunication that was. If it was a misread with Mitch, or if it was a misread with Trent, but something went off there.
Not what you want to see. 4th and 4. Mueller already up a possession, and Lakota West punting it away. It is Ben Minnick, the Notre Dame Irish commit, to boot this one up and away. Just over 6 minutes on the clock. This one, very high punt, sails to about the 45-yard line. Fair caught by Mueller. We'll take a quick break. Crusaders still up 14-7. They have the ball when we return. Back from Princeton, Mueller with the ball. You see the snap here. It'll be a handoff, ran to the right side. It's Weeder, cuts it back across the middle, gets 7 on the carry, and now they are into Firebirds territory once again. Now under 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. We see Mueller moving up for a 2nd and 2 from the Firebirds' 47-yard line. Mueller breaks the huddle. See return. He has Weeder in the backfield behind him. Looks over towards the sideline. Looks like he could be changing up the play here. Claps, takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He looks to throw. Deep downfield. Josh Fussell in coverage.
Intercept!
Oh, he dropped the interception, and there's a flag thrown around the 15-yard line. A dropped interception there from the Northwestern commit. We'll see what the penalty is, and it looks like it is going to be on Lakota West. So we'll see what the call is here, and it will be moving the Crusaders forward.
Pass interference is confirmed against Lakota West. I don't even know what they're saying there. Fussell was 5 yards behind the receiver. The ball was underthrown. Fussell goes up to intercept it. Receiver has to come back because the ball's underthrown. Runs into Fussell. Fussell's going for the ball. Fussell has 2 hands on the ball. How was that a foul on Josh Fussell?
Now from the 33-yard line of Firebirds territory, a new set of downs, 1st and 10. Go on the backfield, snap, handoff to Weeder. Ran up the middle, and it'll be hit by Malik Hartford around the knees at the 31-yard line.
Tackles made by number 1.
Just over 5 minutes now in quarter 2. Ball spotted at around the 30.5. They're going to move him up closer towards the 30, gain of about 2 for a 2nd and 8.
Don't forget the concession stands, ladies and gentlemen. By the highway, the concession stands are located by the highway side.
You see Coe return to shotgun. Jordan Marshall will return out to the field for Moeller. Coe in shotgun, Marshall back to his right. It is a pitch play. Ran to the right. Marshall crosses the 30, crosses the 25 on his feet, making a push for the line to gain. It looks like they'll be about a yard shy for a 3rd and 1. We'll see where it does get officially spotted. Looks like it'll be around the 23-yard line. Call it about a yard shy of the 1st. Marshall, we've mentioned, quite the power back. It is a very tough task to stop him short yardage. Handoff up the middle. West bringing everything. Marshall crosses the 20. 1st down, Moeller.
That run was by number 24, Marshall. Tackles made by number 97.
I'm speechless.
That gives the Crusaders a 1st down.
That pass interference still has my skin crawling. How? Just how?
See Moeller still taking their time in the huddle now under 4 minutes. 1st and 10 now after the Jordan Marshall rush, as Moeller at the Firebirds' 19-yard line.
Marshall's not on the field. This is the play. You got to make something happen.
Snap by Coe. Handoff to Weeder. Ran to the left side. Blown up about a yard past the line of scrimmage. Looking at about a 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Tackles made by number 97, Flores. It'll be 2nd down for the Crusaders.
See that ball spotted at the 18, now under 3.5 minutes. Clock continues to run with a heavy Moeller run game. See Moeller still taking their time in the huddle, running off this time. And they officially do break it, run up to the 18-yard line. 2nd and 9 upcoming. Lakota West, 3 down linemen. Snap taken and a flag before the snap got off.
There's flags on the play.
Looks like it'll be a false start as the West student section starts to cheer. And indeed it will be.
The flag is against the Crusaders. Against the Crusaders.
The break there West needed.
Gotta push him back.
I still just don't know what we're gonna do. This has to be a field goal right here, or else this game could get out of hand very quickly.
Under 3 minutes, 2nd and 14 upcoming after the 5-yard false start penalty. 2nd and 14. Coe in shotgun. Weeder to his right. Snap taken. Coe to pass. Drops all the way back to the 39-yard line. Under pressure. Throws it deep downfield, and it is incomplete. Many flags thrown on that west sideline.
Pass from number 13.
I'm not sure what the foul was. Can't be intentional grounding. It looks like they're saying, I saw one coach say pass interference. Can't see what the ref says yet.
It was a very lengthy play, a deep drop there for Coe, maybe a potential holding. See what the call is here.
Illegal man downfield. That's what you expect on those routes, because when you're in scramble mode, I mean, the penalty was declined because West would rather a third down than let Jordan Marshall get 2 attempts at this. And so, yeah, you've got the quarterback in scramble drill and just people making stuff up. You know, wide receivers just running everywhere trying to get open. Of course, an offensive lineman's just going to seep out and get more than 5 yards downfield.
3rd and 14, 2:31 on the second quarter clock. We will see Jordan Marshall on the bench for this play. Coe in the backfield, Weeder, the running back to his left, 3 wide for the Crusaders. Snap taken, handoff, Weeder runs it to the right, well read by Lakota West, makes a dive to the 19, well shy of that line to gain, currently situated at the Firebirds 9.
That was a massive play. Getting the stop there and forcing this field goal could play a big instrumental part in this game going way later into the game.
We will see the kicking unit out now for Mueller. This kicker has missed 5 field goals on the year.
Sixth, maybe? Hopefully? All right, let's see what we've got in here.
See it here, 39, Drew Mitchell, the place kicker for Mueller. Get set here. Snap, the kick from the left leg. It's up, and it is just barely over that crossbar, and it is 3 points for the Crusaders, 17-7. Our new score here from Princeton. That one barely cleared it.
I think Malik Hartford got a hand on it. He came in fast and dove, and he threw his hand out there. I wasn't sure, but the way that ball was moving, I think Malik Hartford slapped that ball. Sadly, it just slides over the upright.
He maybe got it by about a yard, just barely hitting. I thought it was going to doink off that crossbar, but Lakota West here working with 1 minute, 41 seconds before halftime. They trail 10. What do you think the game plan is going to be here from Coach Bolden and the 2-minute drill?
You can't do what happened last year. Everyone knows that infamous 2-minute drill from last year. The snap over Bolden's head, the overthrown throws, the elongated plays, and the failed Hail Mary. That was the thing that killed Lakota's season. Obviously, that was second half 2-minute drill. This time we're looking at first half. I think they're trying to redo what they did that first time, but this time with better eyes and better execution. This time no missed-snap. This time no slight overthrows. This time no drops. They're looking to make something happen, and they're looking to bring this game back within striking distance because Mueller gets it back in the second half.
We are up and away here.
Very short kick.
Bounces around the 22.
Whoa, did he touch it?
It is not a
No!
punt.
Did Mueller touch it? Flags everywhere. Why did West dive for it? Why did they reach their hand out? No! That is Mueller ball!
It is Mueller football, and the crowd goes wild.
Why? Why did he reach his hand for that? What are we doing?
We knew it would be the mistakes if Lakota West lost this ball game, and right now the mistakes, they just keep on coming for the boys in red.
You are joking. Why would you reach for that? The ball was bouncing. If Mueller, you can't let it slip like that. You've got to get underneath the ball. He waited like it was a punt and he wasn't going to touch it, and then he reached out with one hand, and it just bounces out and goes the wrong way. What are we doing?
Cohen Marshall in the backfield, 1st and 10 from the 25 of Firebirds territory. Right back where last drive ended. The pitch back. Marshall to the right side, inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5, reaches for the pylon, looked like he was out at the 1-yard line.
That run was by number 24, Marshall.
I'm speechless.
By number 90.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
It'll be first and goal.
Why did he not get that kickoff? Why did he run away from the ball and then dive for it at the last second to bounce off his hand?
Mueller will be spotted at the 2-yard line under a minute and a half to play before we get to the locker rooms. Cohen Marshall in the backfield. Snap taken, and it will be a false start on Mueller.
There's a flag.
So it'll back him up 5 yards to the 7. Still 1:29 remaining on the clock. You see the refs conferring here for a moment. And there goes the ball placement. From a 1st and 2 to the goal line, now to a 1st and 7. A lucky break for Lakota West inside the 5. And we'll see Mueller break the huddle here, running up to the line of scrimmage at the 7-yard line. 3 down linemen for Lakota West. Coe takes a snap, pitch back to Marshall, running to the left, and he is going to be able to walk in for the Crusaders touchdown.
How is that not a foul? Malik Hartford is just manhandled in the backfield. There was a guy on top of Hartford. Hartford got up asking for a foul.
23-7 the score. Mueller starting to run away with the ball game. The PAT still to go, 1:23 on the clock in the second. Snap, there was a flag thrown. Not quite sure if it was a false start or an offside.
There's a fight now breaking out on the field. More flags and more flags and more flags and more flags.
So we'll see what that call is. Multiple different penalties. We at least know that much.
Ref's going to come out and be like, and a flag on, and a flag on, and a flag on. This is going to be a hot minute for them to decide what they're calling here.
It looks like Mueller is going to be the one backing up, or at least that's where their huddle is moving.
They were the ones who needed to be dragged backwards. So
Mueller fans not too happy with all the penalty flags they're seeing on the field with that play. Believe they know it's coming in their direction. See the refs still conferring about all these different penalties. Mueller is now starting to take a significant march backwards.
sadly, this probably won't mean much because it's still just a point after attempt. And so it just now moves from basically PAT zone to field goal zone.
Of course, 1 point could end up being all the difference towards the end of the ball game. Of course, with Mueller running away with this one, now West needs all the offensive firepower they can come up with. See the refs finally start to break their huddle. And we have an offsides that'll be on Lakota West.
Flags against the Firebirds. Offsides against the Firebirds.
We see another penalty, a personal foul that goes against the Firebirds. See a personal foul against Mueller.
Against the Crusaders. Offset and penalties.
So they will all be offsetting, I believe, after 3 different flags thrown on that play. So you'll see the PAT for real this time. Mueller looking to increase their lead 24-7. .123 on the clock in the second still. Lakota West will have time before half to try and put something on the board. See the kicking unit get back set. As finally, after all of the mishap down on that field, we are about to really see this PAT. Snap taken. High snap, bit of a weird hold, but they are able to get it up and good.
No way! You're joking! Are you kidding me? Elijah Davis broke through the line. He gets up and he celebrates with his teammates. And they just called unsportsmanlike conduct on Elijah Davis. You are joking. The ref just was staring at Elijah the whole time and threw a flag.
Not quite sure what that was all about.
You are joking, dude.
West fans are up in arms right now. This has been an ugly showing as far as these penalties go. A lot of these calls have been really questionable.
There it is, unsportsmanlike conduct, Lakota West.
Personal foul against the Firebirds will be assessed on the kickoff.
That's a joke. I'm sorry. This is getting out of. I'm speechless, Nick.
Penalty to be assessed on the kickoff, 24-7, still our score under a minute and a half, as Lakota West breaking from the sideline to get set for the kick.
A minute 23. There's still time to get one more score before half. Trying to make it a 14-24 game. This is heartbreaking.
See Mueller here, they will be kicking it off from the 50-yard line rather than the 40. As we do get a quick whistle here from the refs. And they're going to be moving it up even more to the 45 of Firebirds territory. So you'll now see the ball re-teed up and ready to go here from Princeton.
All I'm saying is if they kick it short one more time, I think it would be in West's best interest to try catching it.
Probably.
Probably.
Swinging arms for Mueller. Kicks up another short one. Falls to the 25, bounces to the 20. West falls on it on their own 18-yard line. 1:22 remaining in the half.
Mueller's not going to put that in the back of the end zone. They wanted what happened last time to happen again. So, of course, they squib kind of like a little bit of an onside there. Squib onside mixture. Just put it up. West swarms the ball, though, this time. Had 4 men all wrap a circle around it. A little protective circle, make sure they fall on top of it.
Lakota West has got to go for points here. They trail 24-7.
And Mueller gets ball at half.
Right. Even a touchdown here with a PAT would make it a 10-point ball game. See Bolden in shotgun, 4 wide. Gonzalez the back to his left. Snap taken. Bolden under pressure from both sides, fires across the middle, hits the feet of Trent Lloyd between the numbers. See 1:17 remaining on the clock after the incompletion. We'll be looking at a 2nd and 10. Lakota West breaking their huddle. Once again, 4 will go wide. Brennan Remy and Trent Lloyd will be out wide to Bolden's left. Snap taken, and the shotgun. Bolden to throw, under pressure, rolls to his left, gets it off, finds Giovanni Wilson at the 25-yard line, 3 yards shy of the first down. We see the hurry-up game here from the 25 now. West still getting set under a minute on the clock. 4 wide, Remy and Lloyd grouping again to the left. Bolden, shotgun snap. Steps up in the pocket, rolls out right. He's going to run with this football. He's got the first down. He's got a little bit more. He'll be hit at the 35-yard line, out of bounds with the first down.
41 seconds. He's got to get out of bounds there. He just barely did. He just barely did. They've still got 60 yards to go in 40 seconds.
See if Bolden and this offense can do it. They were efficient up until a few moments ago. See 4 wide once again. Personnel does shift. Snap taken. Bolden under pressure, pocket collapses, finds Trent Lloyd, and the ball came loose on that catch. They call it incomplete. Would have brought Lakota West into Mueller territory, and it pops out of the arms of Trent Lloyd. From the 34, 2nd and 10, 36 seconds remain on the clock. Four wide, Remy and Lloyd now up at the top. Wide to Bolden's right. Gonzalez remains in the backfield alongside Mitch. Snap, Bolden looks to throw. Trent Lloyd on the right sideline to about the 43-yard line. He does stay in bounds, and we will have a timeout called by Lakota West. We'll take a quick moment. 27 seconds remain before we head to the locker rooms. West trails 24-7. Back from Princeton, 27 seconds remain on the clock prior to half. Mueller with a 24-7 lead. You'll see a 3rd and 2 for Lakota West. They are currently working from their own 42-yard line, looking to break into Mueller territory. They do need points before we switch over to half.
Excuse my laugh.
See the refs here, and there's the whistle. 3rd and 2. Bolden remains in the backfield. So does Gonzalez. Bolden claps, drops to the 35, fires, finds Ben Minnick inside the Mueller 40-yard line down to the 36. He is in bounds. Lakota West opting to go hurry up, and they do officially call the timeout. 23 seconds remaining as West has broken into Crusaders territory. Once again, we'll take a quick step aside. We'll be right back with action before the half. Back from Princeton, 23 seconds remain before half. 1st and 10 now for Lakota West. Currently just up past the Mueller 35-yard line. They sit at the 37. It will be a 1st and 10 after the big connection from Mitch Bolden to Ben Minnick, the Notre Dame Irish commit. You'll see 4 wide now. Remy and Lloyd once again grouped together on that left side. Bolden, shotgun snap, looks to throw, pocket collapses, looks deep for Giovanni Wilson. Caught and out of bounds at the 12-yard line of Mueller. 18 seconds remaining on the game clock.
They've got to punch this in. If they do not get a touchdown here, this game's lost. I'm sorry, there's no left or right about it. That's the game.
You do see here it will be a 1st and 10. There is a first down spotted at the 2-yard line after the catch that was out of bounds at the 12. They're sorry, they'll actually say he got to the 10, so there will be no first down. This is 1st and goal from the 10, as we do see a timeout called here, and it will be called by the Crusaders. Once again, we'll take a quick step aside. 1st and goal, 18 seconds remaining when we come back. Back now with more action before the half. 18 seconds remain. 1st and goal for the Lakota West Firebirds, currently situated on the 10-yard line. 24-7 Mueller, still our score. Lakota West looking to put one in the end zone before half. Bolden, shotgun snap, throws for Giovanni Wilson, overthrown in the back corner of the end zone.
It's just too far by like 3 yards. Wilson had him wide open on that post corner. That's what that was. Sorry, excuse me for a second there. Wilson ran the post corner and just could not get the ball. Was just out of his reach.
4 seconds taken off the clock. 14 seconds before we head to half. We'll see Lakota West 4 wide again. Gonzalez in the backfield, the Bolden's right. Snap taken. Bolden, time to throw. Fires for Ben Minnick and swatted to the ground, incomplete by the Mueller defense.
Mitch should not throw that there. That's a window that is way too tight, and even if you got it, he would be down outside the end zone and clock would be moving. Bolden's got to readjust and just either throw that ball out of bounds because he's taking unnecessary risk, or try making a play with his legs there. He cannot be taking shots into double coverage in this tight of a game.
3rd and 10, goal to go, 11 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Mueller.
We do see another timeout.
Timeout.
We're going to take another quick step aside. 11 seconds remain, 24-7 still our score. 3rd and goal when we come back. Back after the Mueller timeout, 11 seconds remain. 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. Lakota West looking to break into the end zone once more before half to make it a 24-14 game. We currently sit 24-7. The Firebirds trail by 17.
3rd down here. This is a big play.
4 wide once again. Formation stayed consistent all drive. Bolden points to his left. Snap taken. Looks left, fires.
Touchdown!
By Trent Lloyd!
Let's go!
Trent Lloyd coming up with 6 on the snag for the Firebirds.
It's not over yet. We're not out yet. Keep locked in. There's a second half still in this game, and 10 points is not insurmountable. That is overcomable, and West needs to lock in and stay locked in.
8 seconds remain. Mueller probably not going to try much on offense when they currently lead by 11. Of course, the PAT still to go could make it a 10-point game. Snap is good. Swing of the leg. It was a bad hold, and Aaron Peters brought down to the 15-yard line. It will remain a 24-13 ball game.
That's probably your halftime score right there. These small mistakes need to stop. Chairs got in danger at the St. X game. Whole benches, whole walls are in danger in this game because it's not a bad game plan from Bolden. It's not a missed play. It is small, dumb mistakes. The kickoff, the mishold. Those things need to be cleaned. That is the reason West is playing off right now. And I'm telling you, Coach Tom Bolden is about to give the halftime speech of his life in that locker room.
Yeah, we knew it would be the little stuff too. Instead, I guess West going big picture here. As you mentioned, not very clean play. Mueller will be taking this kickoff. 8 seconds remain in the half. Although we will probably not see anything other than a Mueller knee. Tyler Bond getting set and teed up from the 40-yard line. West trails by 11.
Kicking off for the Firebirds, number 35, Bond.
See Bond getting set here. West lined up. Mueller back deep, ready to receive. The West student section suddenly with a new resurgence. And a swing and a leg has us off. Final 8 seconds on the way. That one through the back of the end zone. Mueller will start from the 20.
That was the touchbacks. The Crusaders will take over 1st down.
We'll see if Mueller does indeed elect to take that knee before half.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a knee as we should watch the Mueller coaches parade out of the coaching box and down to the sideline, and they do come out in knee formation, and there is your knee. And Nick, take us to halftime.
That'll just about do it. It is an 11-point Mueller Crusaders lead, 24-13. West down, but do not count them out. Coach Bolden's sure to rile them up in the locker room. We still got 24 minutes to play. We'll be right back with a whole second half of action. Be sure to stay tuned and stick with us. Back from half here at Princeton, your Lakota West Firebirds do trail the Mueller Crusaders 24-13. Lakota West has been a second half team all year. They look to keep it close and fight off this Mueller lead, putting up a comeback, what we've predicted to be the game of the year. And if Lakota West can come back, it can very much be the game of the year. We're in for a very exciting finish in this one.
Game of the century if West comes back, I would say.
We'll see Tyler Bond get ready for the kick here. Mueller will receive after they deferred in the first half. Swinging the left leg. We are off the second 24 minutes of play. That one sails to the back of the end zone. Mueller starts on the 20.
You know what needs to be done?
That's a touchback.
What needs to be done is West needs to stop Jordan Marshall. How many times we got to say that? That's what needs to happen. And so that's what we're going to pray does happen.
Well, we'll see here. Mueller breaking the snap. They run out on the field. I do not see number 24 for Mueller. Part of what they've done, they've kept him off the field in situations where he's not necessarily needed. We see the quarterback once again return as number 13, Tanner Coe. Takes a shotgun snap, handoff, Weeder up the middle. Fights to about the 25-yard line before being brought down. Gets about half of the chains on that one.
You know, 5 yards isn't going to do it. We need to hold him to less. You know, you get 3 downs, and then you'll most likely kick it. 3 times 5 is 15. You only need 10 yards to get that first down. I know it sounds a little obvious, but it's just what needs to happen. You got to point that out. West needs to lock in now.
Go in the backfield, Weeder to his right. See here, 2nd and 5 from the 25. Handoff, Weeder runs to the left. Ben Minnick trying to wrap him up, spins him down. He's just up past the first down around the 32-yard line. The chains move for Mueller.
That play by Minnick was absolutely huge there. You may not look like it on surface value, but when he wrapped him up and pulled him back, he could have gone for 100 yards. If Minnick did not get that tackle, West could be looking at a very bad game right now.
1st and 10 from the 33. We see Coe return to the backfield. Weeder will be the back behind him. Man in motion, handoff up the middle with Weeder. Gets to the 40, tripped up, Ben Minnick on the dive, no good. Weeder breaks free inside the 35 of Lakota West territory before being brought down out of bounds. Another flip of field possession for the Mueller Crusaders as they pick up the 1st and 10.
That is 2 plays in a row where Malik Hartford is the first to get to him, but the first to fall off him. He's meeting him behind the line of scrimmage, but he's got to wrap him up. You've got to bring the tackle in and finish the play, and Malik Hartford has now let the runner slip through 2 plays in a row, and that's proved to be a big-time sacrifice.
Mueller will get lined up from the 33-yard line in Firebirds territory. Jordan Marshall will remain off the field. Go in the backfield. Takes a snap. Handoff ran to the right side. Mueller pushes up past the 30, brought down around the 29-yard line off that carry, ran to the right.
Tackle was made by number 5, Brankamp.
Mike Brankamp in on the tackle.
2nd down for the Crusaders.
See, that ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line. We're looking at a 2nd and 5 upcoming for the men in blue. Mueller breaking the huddle, gets set. Go in the backfield, back to his right. Tight end in motion, cutting across to the left. Snap taken, handoff, ran to the right side. In the backfield, Mike Brankamp blows it up. That's a loss of at least a yard. Brett Kelly on that carry ran to the left side for a loss.
Right there, that was exactly what was needed. What's interesting is Jordan Marshall continually is not found on the field. He's not been really out here. I do see a bunch of Mueller players running out now to the sideline, and Marshall might be among them.
You got to wonder, maybe part of the game plan to keep him off the field to kind of throw West off guard.
Give him some rest, maybe?
Maybe. 3rd and 5 on the way. Snap taken. Handoff faked. Coe going to step up with it, runs, and brought down after a gain of about 1. 3rd and 4 on the way. Now under 9:30 in the 3rd quarter. We'll see about a 4th and 4. Mueller may elect to go for it here. Most likely we will see special teams. They are kind of in that no man's land, though.
Quarterback's going for it.
They are going to go for it. 4th and 4 as we approach the 9-minute mark. This could be a huge stop for the Firebirds.
This will decide the game. This will decide one of the biggest moments in the game. 4th and 4.
Goes shotgun. Weeder to the right. Pitch back to Weeder. It's end around. Moeller runs it to the left. They got the first down to the 10-yard line and out of bounds. Tanel Bryant on the pitch back run picks up the new set of downs for Moeller.
Tackle was made by number 2, Fusel. That gives the Crusaders a first down. First and goal.
Moeller will be spotted exactly on the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. See Coe out here with Weeder in the backfield again. 2 receivers out wide to the right. Coe changes up the play. And shotgun. Snap taken. Pitch back. Finds Weeder on the left. Grant Bierman and Micah Markley able to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage, the 10-yard line.
Missed tackles are the story so far of this first drive. It just keeps on missing. West players getting back to him before he gets going, and then just swinging and missing. Here we are.
2nd and 10. Coe rolls out right. Able to hit his tight end on the run. Inside the 5. Makes a dive for the end zone. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Crusaders.
The ball was fumbled, and West has it, but the ref doesn't care.
Looked like they're going to say he was down before that ball came out. Forced out by the turf.
I believe when he reached for it, the linebacker smacked it out of his hand. And so they're just saying the ball crossed the plane, though, before the linebacker was able to hit it out.
30-13, the PAT on the way. Snap, hold, kick is up. Looks like the laces might have been in there for a moment, but it is up and good. So 31-13 our score. We'll take a quick step aside for a quick break. 8:13 remaining in the third when we come back. Back after the Moeller touchdown, 31-13 our score with 8:13 remaining in quarter number 3. Lakota West back set, ready to take the kickoff. And we are booted up and away. Long line drive kick. Lloyd gonna let it roll over his head, bounces at the 5, he has to take it. Runs it to the 15, brought down, fighting to get to the 20. Looks like he got to about the 18 at best. And it looks like the ball came out.
No.
Moeller said they have it. It looked like he was clearly
Forward progression, forward progression also. Trent Lloyd they picked him up and held Trent Lloyd up off the ground and punched it out. That is the definition of forward progression and why the rule is there. Moeller players are running around celebrating like they just did something, but all they did was stop the play by, that's why the rule's there. You can't hold up the runner with the ball and then punch it out. Wherever the tackle starts is where it ends.
Lakota West potentially looking here for a quick strike touchdown, as that lead right back up there for Moeller. We'll see 4 wide for Lakota West. Bolden in shotgun. Junior Gonzalez will be back to his left. Shotgun snap taken. Bolden under a bit of pressure. Pocket collapses. Rolls to his left. He'll take it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Gains about 7 yards on that one. Just about 3 shy of the line to gain. See, he'll actually be called out around the 24-yard line, so it looks like he'll have about 4 to go. Once again, 4 wide. Rennie and Lloyd continue to be grouped together. They'll be on Bolden's left. Snap taken. Bolden drops back, looks to pass, evades a sack. To his right, Gets the throw off. Finds a man on the sideline. That is Giovanni Wilson, who continues to be used in the pass game as he has all night long. He'll be out of bounds at the 32-yard line of the Firebirds with a first down.
Lakota West is trying to move here. They got to move faster than they're currently going. Although Wilson steps out of bounds to try stopping the clock, he was moving backwards when he did it. So, clock keeps running.
4 wide once again, back out now to Bolden's right. He drops back to throw, has time, delivers a quick strike. Giovanni Wilson, he's got it at the 50-yard line. Mossed a defender for that one. Another Lakota West first down.
That was quite the play. Nothing needed much to be said about that. West is continuing to move down this field.
See the first down almost exactly at midfield on the 50-yard line. West moving quickly to get set. Bolden claps, shotgun snap. Throws across the middle, finds Trent Lloyd, and it'll bounce in and out of the hands at the Moeller 40-yard line, incomplete.
So, is that the third drop this game from Trent Lloyd?
I think in total about third or fourth drop for the team.
That play needs to be cleaned up, and it needed to be cleaned up yesterday.
2nd and 10 now from the 50. West taking their time here, getting out of the huddle with the stop clock at 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Same formation we've been seeing all drive long. Bolden has time, drops back, steps up. He's going to run with it. He's got 5, he's got 10, at the Moeller 30, the 25-20. Spins through a defender.
He's on it! It's a touchdown!
Touchdown, Mitchell Bolden!
Go on, Nick.
6 points for your Lakota West Firebirds. The PAT still to boot.
This game's not over. This game is not over.
Yeah, that was an incredible rush. Broke through many tackles. The spin move, the jukes, the cuts. He had that one from the time he took off with it, and they will stay out on the field. They are going for 2 here, looking to make it a 10-point 31-21 ball game. Or actually, they will be kicking it. They bring out Mitch Bolden as the holder. An odd choice here. So the kick is up and it is good. Sorry for the miscommunication, but it will be a PAT. 31-20 our score. We'll take a quick break. Lakota West still in the hunt. Back after the incredible Mitch Bolden touchdown run that took the Firebirds about 50 yards to the end zone. We're now looking at a 31-20 ball game. West brings it back to 11, which is where we were at half. 5 minutes have been taken off the third quarter clock as we have 7 minutes to play in the third quarter.
A turnover is what is needed to turn the tides right here. Because no matter how many points that we score on offense, we started this half down 10, so unless we come back, the defense has got to play some ball.
Deep kick from Bond. Bounces in the end zone. Mueller will have a touchback starting at their own 20.
As a touchback, the Crusaders will take over first down.
See now 7 minutes. You got to wonder what the game plan is here for Mueller. They are definitely going to be looking to run this clock away from Lakota West. Of course, their whole game plan has been the run game. So it doesn't seem like much of a difference schematically for Lakota West to come out and stop. Tanner Coe will return in the backfield. He does have Weeder, the back behind him. Tight end in motion out to the left. Snap taken, handoff, Weeder up the middle. Gets about 2 yards before being wrapped up by linebacker Mike Brandkamp up the middle.
Jordan Marshall hasn't come back into this game. Where has he gone? You know, Nick, I'm not going to ask any more questions. Just go, where is
Is it possible they're confident and they're saving it?
Or did he get injured?
I don't know what play he would have gotten injured on. It is very possible.
No idea where Jordan Marshall is. All we know is he is not on this football field.
Cohen shotgun, Weeder to his right. 3 receivers will go wide out to the right. Coe steps up, drops right back. Shotgun snap taken. Weeder runs it out left. Finding a hole. Brought down across the 30-yard line. That will be good for a Crusaders first down.
That run was by number 6, Weeder. Tackle was made by number
Looks like there was a little bit of late contact there. No flags thrown.
Every single West player wanted a flag thrown. They all ran to the refs.
That gives the Crusaders a first down.
Not quite sure what that was all about. Continuing to be a scrappy ball game. We'll see the 1st and 10 here. That ball spotted on the Crusaders' 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Coe and Weeder in the backfield as they have been. Snap taken, handoff, up the middle. Weeder blown up by Micah Markley, and Mike Brandkamp right at the line of scrimmage, if not a yard behind at the 31.
Good play there. Linebackers read it perfectly, and they know what's happening before the play starts. Handoff comes in. You've got a freshman quarterback out there. The only passes he's completed have been to Jordan Marshall. So Marshall's not on the field. You know this ball's going to be run. So they run the ball. West is there. They meet him at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be about a loss of an inch.
They do move it to about the 31 and a half, but still 2nd and 10 or somewhere around there. Coe in shotgun. Weeder to his right. It'll be a pass play. They find Weeder out at the 30-yard line, stumbling, crosses the 35, out of bounds at around the 38-yard line, just shy of the 40. We'll see a 3rd and about 3 or 4 on the way for the Crusaders as they approach midfield.
A big part of this play could be the fact that Jordan Marshall's not here. This is a massive point in the game. If West gets a stop right now, they have the opportunity to pull this game into 27-31 territory. This is a big moment.
3rd and 5 officially. Ball on the 38. 5 minutes exactly remain in quarter number 3. Coe in the backfield. Brett Kelly moving out wide right. 5 wide now for Moeller. Shotgun snap. Quick fire pass. That'll be a first down for Moeller at the 45-yard line. Brought down finally. That was Drew Minnick able to wrap up the receiver by the legs. That was number 2, Ryan Meckley, able to pick up the Moeller first.
I've got a couple questions for that play. We had a very soft zone and a very soft shell. We were playing way over the top on 3rd and 4 that a simple out route was able to get it done. And so a little confused by the play call there, but my second question is, what happened to Jacob Asbeck? A Moeller player was laying on top of him 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
Continues to be scrappy. See 3 wide now for Moeller, all to the right. Tight end is in motion, moves it out to the left. Coe in shotgun, snap, pitch back, ran to the left, and he'll get right to the line of scrimmage where he'll be brought down out of bounds. We'll call it right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 9, it looks like. They're going to move it just a bit.
They moved it just a bit forward. From our perspective, questionable call.
They just wanted to prove you wrong, Nick.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
They heard you. Refs listening to the stream said, no, we've got to move it just a couple inches one way just to show that Nick Johnson's not on his game.
Under 4 minutes, 2nd and 9 from the 46. Snap taken, handoff, up the middle, wrapped up at the line.
Stuffed.
Micah Markley and Malik Hartford read that beautifully as we will see a 3rd and looks like about right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, would you look at that? They move it a yard forward. We're looking at 3rd and 8.
They're listening. They're listening to us, Nick. Every time we say a yard, they go, let's move it just one more. Big play, 3rd and 7.
5 wide, Cohen shotgun, drops back to the 40. Flags thrown, a whistle at the snap. It is offsides is what they're gonna signal it. Offsides on Lakota West, a 5-yard penalty. It was 3rd and 7.
The flag is against
That 5-yarder
the
moves it to
Flyers.
3rd and
Offsides.
2.
Where? Who was offsides?
Moeller now in Lakota West territory.
Third down.
3rd and short yardage. No Jordan Marshall. This is where you would hand it off to him outside the tackles. That quick pitch, let him pick it up. We'll see what West able to draw up with number 24 off the field. Cohen Weeder in the backfield. 2 receivers out wide to the left. Snap taken, pitch back, finds Weeder. He's got the first, he's across the 40. He's got room. Gets out of bounds at the 21-yard line of Firebirds territory. A first down, and this is not going well for Lakota West.
I'm lost. Where are the fouls? There was a block in the back. Malik was chasing and got shoved in the back. And then Michael Brandkamp, they had to pull 2 Moeller players who were laying on top of him off of him. I am lost.
If West manages to hold Moeller to a field goal, it would be a 14-point game. A touchdown makes it a very questionable ball game. 2 out wide, tight end in motion to the right. Shotgun snap, handoff, up the middle, across the 15, across the 10. It is a first down at the 5-yard line for Brett Kelly on the rush up the middle. Now under 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter. We'll place that ball at the 6-yard line.
First and goal for the Crusaders.
Now approaching the 2.5-minute mark here. We see Kelly returning as the back to the right. Tanner Coe looking over at the sideline. Snap taken, pitch back, finds Kelly. Kelly with a hole, reaches, only down to
Flags.
the 2-yard line. Late flag thrown.
By number 26, Kelly.
Holding offense, maybe, looking like.
Second and goal for the Crusaders.
Still waiting on the signal.
Holding.
It is an
Offense.
offensive holding.
Flag on the
There we go.
against the Crusaders.
That will indeed back him up outside of the 5-yard line. That'll move him back for sure. We'll see. It looks like it'll be about 15 yards now to the goal line. Line of scrimmage exactly on the 15-yard line. Moeller 1st and 15. Coe out in shotgun. Kelly, it's Weeder that'll be the back out to the left. 3 receivers out wide now to the left as the tight end in motion goes out. It'll be handoff. It is Kelly who gets it across the 10-yard line, wrapped up after pushing to about the 8-yard line. We'll see 2nd and 8 to the goal line now. Under 2 minutes remain in the quarter. See a quick personnel change here for Moeller. New guy running out onto the field. Clock continues to run after the rush. Ball on the 8, Moeller breaks the huddle. Number 37 will be in at running back. That is Isaac Shade, the junior 5'7", 150 back. Snap taken, handoff, Shade, up the middle, finds a hole. 6 points for Moeller. Just over a minute remained on the clock in the quarter, but that might just about do it here from Princeton. Still have the PAT here. Moeller looking to make it 38-20. 18-point ball game. Snap, hold, kick is up. It is good. 38-20 our score.
Come on.
There is
Flag.
a late flag.
They're going to call unnecessary roughness on West. An O lineman got shoved.
Lakota West
He was
Fire
thrown
Birds.
backwards on the play. There, unnecessary roughness on Lakota West. Exactly as I thought.
It will be assessed on the kick, too.
It's just,
It is against the Firebirds. It'll be assessed on the kickoff.
So a minute 6 remain in the quarter. Lakota West down by 18. Still looking for another quick strike touchdown.
Here are the numbers.
The defensive ability to stop this powerful offensive unit and run game for Moeller.
Split the pot.
They've continued to struggle, and that might just about have done it from down here in Princeton.
9, 0, 8, 5. 3, 8, 9. 9, 0, 8, 5. Those are the split the number pot numbers for the split the pot.
See the special teams unit run out here, West to receive.
At the concession stand by Princeton High School. The number 1 concession stand is by Princeton High School side. Split the pot.
And we see the kicking team now out for Moeller. They will be kicking from the Lakota West 45-yard line after the personal foul assessed on the kickoff. We see this ball still getting teed up. And we are just about ready to go for this kick. Lakota West down by 18. Still over a minute left to play in the third. And we are away. This one, low line drive kick, taken at about the 6-yard line. Lowers the shoulder, pushes to about the 12-yard line. Will be met by a wall of Moeller defenders. We'll see 1st and 10 from inside Lakota West's zone 15-yard line.
Tackles made by number 19, Leonard, and number 4, Stein. The Firebirds will take over first down.
See here, Mitch Bolden on the offense running back out. 1st and 10 from the 12, a minute 2 will be on the clock in the third. Moeller most likely set to come out here and prevent. Bolden and shotgun, 4 wide, back to his right. It'll be Junior Gonzalez. Bolden looks to throw. Under pressure and hit with a sack from the blind side back at the 5-yard line.
he had receivers open downfield. He just didn't pull the trigger. Had his receivers, waited too long, and took a sack.
That was Brandon Martin, the defensive lineman, able to get back there. The last thing Lakota West needs. That'll now be 2nd and 17 from the 5-yard line. Bolden in shotgun, standing on his own goal line. 4 wide once again. Lakota West sticking with that formation. Bolden to throw. Under pressure, overthrown, intended for Trent Lloyd at the 13. Lloyd does want a flag. He is not going to get it.
Why would he?
It'll be 3rd down for the Firebirds.
Now with 16 seconds remaining in the quarter, 3rd and 17, Lakota West on their own 5. They trail by 18, 38-20. West breaks the huddle, offensive line set. Bolden, shotgun once again, takes a snap. Under pressure, able to fire that one.
Flags! That's definitely interference.
Falls to the turf. We will see what the call is. And it looks like it will indeed be moving against Moeller. We'll see if they do get the interference call.
That's what they just signed it. The refs just came out and signed pass interference. Defense. Yep. What happened there is it was a screen pass for Lakota West, and Mitch throws it at him. Before the ball gets to him, the Moeller guy throws him to the ground.
Ball will now be moved all the way up to the 20-yard line of Firebirds territory. 13 seconds remaining in the quarter.
It doesn't matter if it's behind the line of scrimmage or 20 yards down the field. You can't knock the receiver and tackle him before he gets the chance to tackle the ball.
It will still be 3rd down, but now much less. Instead of a 3rd and 17, Lakota West looking at a 3rd and 2 from the 20. Same formation, 4 wide. Shotgun snap taken, Bolden to throw to the west sideline, caught by Trent Lloyd. He'll fall out of bounds. He does have the 1st down, just about a yard past the line to gain, sitting around the 24-yard line.
Insane ball control there from Trent Lloyd. He receives it out in front of his body, and the Moeller player runs right into his hands. Was able to hold on to the ball, though. Good stuff there from Lloyd.
9 seconds remain after the play going out of bounds there. 1st and 10. From the 23, shotgun snap. Bolden, pocket collapsing, runs out to his right, and he will be sacked once again. It is Brandon Martins, the man able to wrap him up by the knees for sack number 2 on the drive, as that will do it for the 3rd quarter of play. We flip sides of the field. Still 12 minutes to play here from Princeton. 38-20, still our score. We'll be right back.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Moeller Crusaders.
Back from the 4th here at Princeton, a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. The final 12 minutes on the clock of this ball game. Moeller still with an 18-point lead over Lakota West, 38-20. Lakota West working with a 2nd and 13, backed up in their own territory from the 20-yard line. Formation continues to stay constant. 4 wide. Junior Gonzalez will be to the right of Bolden. Bolden will take the snap, keep it, run up the middle, finds room, brought down at the 25-yard line by the ankles. We'll be looking at about a 3rd and 10 on the way.
Tackle was made by number 21, McNulty. The 3rd down for the Firebirds.
They're going to say he got a little extra there. They'll call it about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 here from the 25-yard line. Same formation. Bolden claps, low snap, under pressure, able to evade the sack, but not for long. Another Moeller sack. That is Joe Giannetti, one of the top linebackers on this Moeller team, and that will just about do it with 11 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter of play. And West will bring out the punt team down to 18 in the 4th quarter. It'll be Ben Minnick, the man to punt, making his return to the special teams unit tonight after dealing with an ankle injury the past few weeks. Booming punt gets to about the 50 before it is fair caught. And we will take a quick break. It is an 18-point Moeller lead. They have the ball midfield, 38-20. Final 10 minutes, 25 when we return.
made by number 97.
And sorry about that. We are back just a play late. All you missed was a Moeller 2-yard rush up the middle, and we do have an injured Moeller Crusader down on the field. So we'll take another quick step aside, still 38-20. Back after the injury timeout, it is number 6, that is Weeder. He running back now, carrying himself off onto the sideline. You'll see Moeller now 2nd and 8 from the Lakota West 48. Will be Cohen shotgun. He has a back out to his right. Snap taken, handoff up the middle. And Lakota West gets to it. That'll be a loss of about a yard on the failed rush attempts up the middle. That was once again Kelly, the back, taking that handoff.
I mean, if they get the ball back, there's like a 1% chance of winning. Right now it's at a 0.1%. If we get a stop right here, maybe.
No, you see, we need a pick 6.
Okay.
And then a fumble, kickoff return, scoop and score.
All right, I'm hearing you.
Another pick 6.
Oh my God. Oh my
And then
God.
we're like right back in it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Until then.
Easy. That's super easy.
Until then. We see Co out here once again in the backfield. Bryant will be the back behind him, moving out to Bryant's right. Pitch back. Run right back to the 48-yard line where Mueller was on their last attempt. Looking at about a 4th and 8 on the 4th.
Oh, you're joking. A flag? That better be against Mueller.
That was a very late flag on that west sideline. You got to wonder if frustrations start to boil over for the Firebirds.
Unnecessary roughness on the defense. They're conferring with Mueller. They're about to come out and announce it.
Was going to be a 3rd and 8.
Yep. Penalty is a personal foul.
Looks like it'll be on Mueller.
Yeah.
They are going to call that. They are going to call that on the Crusaders. So it is a forced 3 and out now.
Oh, did I misspeak and say it was on the West? Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, it was on Mueller. Yes. My fault.
That ball moved all the way back to the Crusaders' 36-yard line.
All right. Block punt. Touchdown. 27-38. Then they fumble the kickoff. And we return it. Touchdown. 34-38. And then we just believe in ourselves. And we bring it home.
We'll see.
No, it's all still in the air.
Huddle broken. Mueller sprinting up to the line here before this punt. Low snap. Line drive. Brennan Remy back deep to return. He lets it bounce. It'll now move inside the 20, rolls to the 15, to the 14. Mueller putting wind behind it to the 13-yard line of Firebirds territory, where they will now take over with 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. We'll take a quick step aside, and we'll be right back in a few moments. Bolden in the offense, that with 8.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Moeller up 38-20, 18-point lead over the Firebirds. That ball be spotted at the 13-yard line of Lakota West territory. We get a whistle before the snap.
Timeout, looks like.
Timeout. Moeller Crusaders.
And
Moeller
it'll be that Moeller timeout. So we're going to take another quick step aside, and we'll be right back for real in a few moments. Mitch Bolden in the offense, out now for real after the Moeller Crusaders timeout. Their first charge timeout of the half. They still lead 38-20, 8.5 minutes remaining. We will see Bolden in the offense remain to go 4 wide. Gonzalez out to Bolden's left. Snap taken. No surprise, Bolden to throw. Looks deep downfield, caught and dropped at the 30-yard line by Trent Lloyd.
Bolden fell incomplete. Intended for number 14, Remy.
Trent Lloyd, a multi-sport athlete, he'll actually be playing for the Lakota West basketball Firebirds in the upcoming winter.
Yeah. He escaped there, though. Was actually Remy with the drop. So he doesn't tag another one of those on his stat line.
Second and 10 now once again from the 13. Bolden shotgun snap, has time under pressure. Out to the left, runs for about 3 before being brought out of bounds around the 15, 16-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by number 46, Janetti. It'll be 3rd down for the Firebirds.
See now 3rd down here and 7 after the short pickup. West did bring out the punt unit last time around, so we're not going to quite call it 4-down territory. Remy and Lloyd grouped up wide left. Bolden looks in their direction, finds Trent Lloyd downfield, caught at the 40-yard line, and out of bounds at the 45 of Firebirds territory.
Number 4, Lloyd. Tackle was made by number 8, Cox. That'll give the Firebirds a 1st down.
Band's pretty happy about it. We'll let it slide.
Clock now starts to run on that. Now under 8 minutes remaining in the ball game.
How's the clock still running? He landed out of bounds.
Bolden and shotgun. Pocket starts to collapse. Looks deep for Brennan Remy. Caught at the Moeller 30-yard line. The ball came loose.
Pass from number 7, Bolden, fell incomplete. Intended for number 14, Remy. There is a flag. There is a flag on the play.
Flag is in the backfield.
It'll be at that Firebirds 40-yard line, and it'll be roughing the passer on the Moeller Crusaders, moving Lakota West up by 15 into Moeller territory.
That'll push the Firebirds forward.
So we see Lakota West taking a march across the 50. Moeller fans not too happy about the late flag.
1st down for the Firebirds after the penalty.
Of course, Mitch Bolden, the senior quarterback, potentially in the final few moments of his high school career.
Interested to see where he heads off to college. He's one of those guys who just loves football. You know, I expect him to play wherever he'll get an offer from.
See him take the snap here. And shotgun. Pocket collapses around him, under pressure, steps up, fires for Remy. Dropped at the 30-yard line, incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for number 14, Remy. Broken up by number 21, McNulty. It'll be 2nd down for the Firebirds.
2nd and 10, they'll be situated at the Moeller 37-yard line. 7:38 remaining on the clock. Still 4 wide. 2nd and 10, and we get a whistle before the snap.
Timeout.
Looks like it might be an official timeout here as we see West changing up personnel. And they're about to get right back out set. Same formation, Bolden, shotgun snap, under instant pressure, able to dump it off to Junior Gonzalez. He's got room, he's got the first, inside the 20, inside the 15, before being brought down out of bounds.
West is kicking, to say the least.
There is an
Mueller
injured Mueller Crusader down around the 50-yard line, so we will get a quick medical timeout, and we'll step aside with him. 7:30 remain in the ball game. We'll be right back. And right back after the injury timeout. Still 7.5 minutes remaining in the ball game here. Lakota West still trails by 18 to the Crusaders. They do have the ball on the Mueller 15-yard line, 1st and 10, after the big pass complete to Junior Gonzalez. Get the whistle here. Clock starts to run once again. Same formation we've been seeing all half long. Bold snap under pressure. Evades a sack the first time, not gonna get away from it then. A 10-yard loss on the hit on Mitch Bolden in the backfield.
With help from number 5, Martin. 2nd down for the Firebirds.
Play's going to start here. Bolden lined up in the shotgun.
Looks deep, fires to the corner of the end zone to Trent Lloyd, and it is picked off. Mueller returns it across the 20-yard line. Tackles being missed across the 30, the 35, 40, 45, into Firebirds territory. Across the Firebirds 30-yard line, brought down at the 29.
This is an awful. We would like to apologize for you for any noises and curse words you've been hearing throughout this stream. There is a little bit of unruly characteristics coming from, sadly, one of our team members. And we want to apologize to you for all of the expletives you might have heard throughout the game that he has been screaming. And we will not name who that character is, but we apologize for that. But one thing I've got to say is I am let down by this Mueller crowd. There's a certain group of characters who are maybe 20 feet away from us up in the box screaming for an injury for Mitch Bolden. Every play they're saying sack him, hit him extremely hard, make him go end his career with an injury. It's just sad. Sad display of sportsmanship. This game is fun at the end of the day, and it's for the safety of people. And those fans should be embarrassed to be rooting for a kid, a 17-year-old, to end his football career with a broken leg. It's just sad.
Especially a kid with a bright future like Mitch Bolden. He's going to end up playing Division I football. We just don't know where. We did see that 3-yard run on 1st and 10.
It's just embarrassing. It's just hard to listen to these fans root for a player to be injured.
Mueller out in shotgun again. Co with it, hands it off, finds Bryant. Bryant making a push for the 25, hit around the 26, and shoved back by the wall of West defenders.
Number 26, Kelly. Tackle made by number 10, Minnick, and help from number 5, Brankin.
Some of these seniors, you hear one there, Ben Minnick. A lot of these guys, next time you'll see them in a football uniform, they'll be off in college. Of course, Josh Fussell, Northwestern, Ben Minnick, Notre Dame. One of the more notable ones, Malik Hartford, going to play football at Ohio State. After last year, Lakota West had 2 football players commit to Ohio State. He'll be one of 4 Lakota West Firebirds on that roster in Columbus. 3rd and 6. Mueller lined up at the Firebirds' 26-yard line. And we do get a quick whistle prior to the snap. It will be a timeout. And it will be for Mueller. That'll be their final timeout of the ball game, as we will take a quick step aside. Back after the quick Mueller timeout, just under 5 minutes remain in tonight's ball game. Lakota West still trailing the Mueller Crusaders 38-20 as this ball game starting to come to a close.
Once again, would like to apologize for a lot of expletives heard on this stream. We are sorry that it was one of our crew members as well who committed those. But also we would like to note those fans screaming at the end of the last play, which also were screaming expletives, or from the same group of fans rooting for Mitch Bolden to go out with a leg injury. So please mind that, and we hope you consider all things. And we hope everyone has a safe and great night, and everyone has a good weekend as time ticks down with 4 minutes and 30 seconds and now going under.
I see that handoff there will bring up a 4th down for the Crusaders. It does look like they are going to like to go for it. They still remain huddled up. The ball will be spotted on the Firebirds' 24-yard line. 4th and 4 officially. 4th and 4 as we approach the 4-minute mark. And it will be a sneak there. A timeout will be called. And it will be a timeout from the Crusaders prior to the snap. I believe I misspoke that this one will be their final timeout. So we will take a step aside. Just over 4 minutes remain in the ball game. Be sure to stick with us. And we are back from Princeton. The final 4 minutes remain on the clock here from Pat Mancuso Field at Jake Sweeney Automotive Stadium down I-75. The Mueller Crusaders will have the ball. They sit on the West Firebirds' 24-yard line, 4th and 4. They line up to go for it. Snap taken. It'll be a Bryant handoff, making a push for the line to gain. He didn't get it initially. That push might have got him there. It does look like he is about a yard or half a yard shy of that line. And we will see a switch in personnel. The West offense runs out, but there is an injured Mueller Crusader down on the field as we will step away for another injury timeout. Back after the quick injury timeout there, Lakota West still trails by 18. Under 4 minutes remain in the ball game. After the turnover on downs, Lakota West will take over at their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Mitch Bolden, in what could be the final drive of his high school career, steps out in shotgun. Under pressure, evades up the middle. He's got room. across the 30-yard line, picks up the first down before being tossed down by a couple of Moeller defenders.
That gives the Firebirds a first down.
Clock continues to run after the chains get set. Bolden and the Firebirds in hurry up. 4 wide, shotgun snap, and there will be a flag prior to the snap. That will be a false start, backing up Lakota West by 5.
Flag is against the Firebirds.
We do want to thank all of you that have tuned in, not just this game, but all Lakota West football season long.
Still first down.
I think I can speak for all of us. Obviously, it has been very fun. It has been a very fun ride. We've enjoyed where this team has taken us, and we've enjoyed the support that has just shot off during this football season. We see the shotgun there. Bolden rolls out to his right, under pressure, fires, finds Brennan Remy, a very dirty hit. Oh my! And Brennan Remy is down. That was clear helmet to helmet as medical staff flood the field. Oh my goodness.
Are you kidding?
That was a purely dirty, disgusting hit by the Mueller Crusaders. Led with the helmet.
That is disgusting.
That is filthy. And Lakota West is just stunned right now. All those players kneeling on the sideline. Coach Bolden runs out there. This does not look good.
That right there is one of the most disgusting, awful plays I've ever seen. Up 18, and he just laid his helmet down and hit Remy in the head. And Remy is on the field. He might be unconscious. There's people all around him. And you know what might be the worst of it? The Moeller player stood over Remy. He stood over Remy and stood on top of him. Just celebrated. Up 18. And then he went back to his sideline celebrating. It only took the whole Moeller coaching staff to finally speak some words into that poor young boy and tell him you need to calm down. And now he's finally taken a knee. Completely absurd. Nasty hit. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, ref. Ref decided to call an unnecessary roughness on the defense.
That was a clean shot. You were up 18.
There is no reason.
I can't.
There is no reason for that hit. He drilled him.
Bro, this is high school football.
Brennan Remy was completely defenseless. Just completely defenseless. Just standing there after catching the ball. And the Moeller player rammed his helmet right into Brennan Remy's face. Remy is still unresponsive on the field. And the field is silent. We are absolutely sorry for this. And I am absolutely disgusted by the behavior of some of these Moeller players and fans.
As just a moment of silence falls over Princeton.
The same Moeller fans who were just rooting for Mitch Bolden to have his leg broken decided to claim, how do you like that? That's what Malik did in the first game. With a West player unconscious and unresponsive, they are still laughing and thinking it is funny. This is disgusting behavior, and I am tired of it.
This is a horrifying scene at a high school football game. Remy is still down. The team is on one knee, locked arms on the sideline. We're going to take a quick step aside. There's no telling how long this can take. All I can ask those at home, send your prayers towards Brennan Remy, because this looks ugly. And we are back after what can only be described as a very unsettling scene from Princeton. Brennan Remy is up. They had the card on the field. It does drive off. Brennan Remy is gingerly stepping off the field. He is being carried by multiple coaches. He is having a hard time walking. Once again, those at home, those in Princeton, just send your best wishes and prayers his way. That was a very unfortunate scene, a disgusting, disgusting, filthy hit from Moeller. It has been a rough game, and that is not the way you want to end it. Remy is still one of the bright kids on this team. He is in his junior year. He will be back next year, but that is not how you want to end that game. After the personal fouls, you hear the PA guy say, West will be on their own 43-yard line. It will be 1st and 10. 3:26 remain in the ball game. Bolden to throw, and he'll throw that one away incomplete on the Moeller sideline.
Incomplete from number 7, Bolden. It'll be 2nd down for the Firebirds.
See, after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 for Lakota West. Ball in their own 43 once again. 3:20 remain. See Bolden in shotgun, 4 wide. Takes a snap. He elects to run with it. Finds a hole on the left. Crosses into Moeller territory across the 50. Makes a reach for the 1st down marker. It looks like he's got it. And it will be a 1st down.
That gives the Firebirds a 1st down.
We'll see that ball now well into Moeller territory. It will be spotted on the 46-yard line of the Crusaders. 1st and 10, now under 3 minutes. Bolden shotgun snap. Under pressure and evades a sack at the 50-yard line, scoots up, and he'll dive at the 41-yard line, ends up picking up about 6 on that broken play. We do once again want to thank all of you who have tuned in all year long, as well as this game where it sadly has come to an end for our Lakota West Firebirds. I, Nick Johnson and Grant Hageman, who have been bringing you the coverage all year, thank all of you. As that pass dropped by Trent Lloyd, would have been a 1st down. We thank all of you who have tuned in this year, been our loyal viewers, and this inaugural football season for this broadcast club. And we ask that you stick with us. Basketball season will be coming up around the corner. We have our first game coming up on Saturday of next week. That will be our inaugural basketball stream of this season. So we have 3rd and 5 on the way from the field. And we once again apologize for the disrespectful Moeller fans positioned right in front of our stands. Bolden takes a snap. And he's going to run with it out to his left. He's got the 1st down before scooting out of bounds around the 35-yard line. 2:13 remain on the clock in the ball game.
That gives the Firebirds 1st down.
I see Lakota West getting set here from the 35. 1st and 10. 2:13 remain. Same formation, 4 wide, shotgun snap. Bolden to throw. Looks towards the right sideline, and the throw intended for Josh Fussell will be batted incomplete on a diving stop from Moeller. That was Carson Hobbs with an incredible stop, breaking up that pass.
Number 3, Hobbs. It'll be 2nd down for the Firebirds.
From the 35, Bolden, shotgun to throw. under pressure, evades sacks, rolls now to his right. He originally went left, flips the side of the field, looks for Trent Lloyd, nearly picked off across the middle of the field.
Pass from number 7, Bolden, still incomplete.
It will be incomplete. 3rd and 10 now, once again from the 35.
It'll be 3rd down for the 5 yard.
Now under 2 minutes officially. Clock continues to stop after each incompletion. You see Bolden in this offense taking a little while to huddle up here. See these Mueller coaches running out on the field here, a little bit upset. Not quite sure what about. We do have the ref holding them off on the field here as both sides walk to their sideline, not quite sure what for. And we will have a timeout called by the Firebirds, so we'll take a quick step aside. We'll be right back in a few moments with the end of the game. Back with the end of the ball game, 1:58 remaining on the clock in the 4th quarter. You see Mitch Bolden and the offense lined up at the 35-yard line, 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Bolden, quick fires out to the right. Not quite sure who is intended to. Looked like miscommunication, potentially intended for the Northwestern commit, Josh Fussell, and that will bring up 4th and 10.
Bolden fell incomplete. It'll be 4th down for the Firebirds.
See Lakota West looks like they're going to stick it out on the field here, 4-down territory with 1:55 in the ball game. From the 35, Bolden with one more attempt. 5 wide. Bolden, shotgun, runs to his right, cuts it back to the middle, brought down at the 35, and Mueller will close it out with a tackle for a loss of a half a yard. 1st and 10, Mueller. You'll see the turnover there. Mueller getting huddled up there on the sideline. Looks like the final score of tonight's ball game will read Mueller 38, your Lakota West Firebirds 20. These fans continue to exit Jake Sweetie Automotive Stadium down here in Princeton. 1:47 remain in the ball game. See Mueller out. It'll be a handoff. That's Kelly. Kelly able to run it to about the line of scrimmage.
26, Kelly. Tackle was made by number 11, Ashback.
We see about a 5-yard gain there up to the 40-yard line as the clock continues to run as this ball game's time is numbered. We see now just over a minute remaining in the ball game, and Mueller will be lined up in victory formation. Knee taken with exactly a minute on the clock. One more snap, and Lakota West season is through. We'd like to thank all of you who've tuned in tonight as well as throughout the season. We hope that you stick with us and all of our future broadcasts. We will go ahead and wrap this one up from Princeton. The final score, your Firebirds falling short 38-20. We thank all of you who have been along for the ride. From Nick Johnson and Grant Hageman up here with me in the booth, and the rest of the LWHS SBC team, thank you and have a good, safe night. And as always, go Firebirds.